Hi everyone, it's Tiffany. I am back in Farm Together with our Recycle and Rebuild series. Just a few things to update you on. We were waiting on the last spurge here and we did get it. I unlocked it just today actually. Where did it go? It's here somewhere, right there. I've added all of them to the spreadsheet, so now I have the order of flowers perfect. Well, for the time being. One other fun thing that I totally forgot about was the griffin. And we unlocked the royal griffin, which is super sick. Love it. They're gonna go down here just because I am not moving the animals. It's not happening because I'd have to make room. You know what? We'll revisit that. There is the option to shift them down, but this won't even be a full grid, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to double check. So I think I'll just end up doing them down here, but that's whatever. We're not going to worry about that just yet. We are going to worry about the flowers today and the fish. I don't see anything that we can actually harvest for a quest other than these things right this second. I guess we will. What shall we start with? Shall we start with the fish? I'm almost feeling like we should start with the fish, but I also kind of wanted to start with the flowers since I said we were going to work on flowers. Let's go ahead and do flowers. So that's 2, 4, 6 flowers. So 2, 4, 6 flowers. Sorry, I'm looking on my spreadsheet. I just want to make sure everything stays where it needs to stay. Okay, so the black tulips, or sorry, the Queen of Night tulips are the last one, so that means that the yellow orchid would be next. So the yellow orchid would be right down here if it is correct. Like I said several times, I need to keep a close eye out because we gotta throw in some different flowers here and there. But it looks like we might not need to change much until like around the 30s mark. But oops, we're gonna still try our best. And try not to miss something, because would that be tragic? Oh my gosh, I'm just imagining it now. Maybe I shouldn't imagine it. I feel like that's just a nightmare. Oh my goodness, my cat is scratching at the door. I might have to go let her out. Yep, I'm gonna go let her out real quick. Sorry about that. Cats. Am I right? Let's go. I mean, this would be a good point to like add in the checkpoints that I need, because remember I was saying that. We'll look at the map in just a second. I did add them all in. Not on this side, not on the flower side. So I need to add them in if I'm going to be moving these back and forth, I think. I guess I could have just drove them over here. I don't know. It's going to get worse. As in, it's going to get further and further from the checkpoints, and we want to make sure that we're not making everything too inconvenient for ourselves. Alright, so we have 10 more to place, 4 more to place. Alright, let's look at the map. So you can see I added them in here on the animals. I really do need to add them in over here. And I did every 2 on this, but it's kind of hard to tell because this is a weird number. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'd be too close to this one. So we can do maybe every 3. Now my other cat's still in here and she's playing on her crinkle mat. It's the cat background noise episode. I feel like I moved offices recently, and now I'm in the cat's room. It was a spare room, and we call it the cat's bedroom. So they live in here and play in here. So there's going to be a lot more cat activity. So anyway, 3, that's 1, 2, 3. That's still really close to here. So we could just do a halfway. We could do 4. 1, 2, no. What would be better? I just don't know, because this is just such a weird space. I'm going to use this for reference. So if we use the 2 middle ones, I mean, we could put 2 in the middle. It would be 4 down, 4 up. But like I did this and I didn't account for this. So that worked out nicely. It just happened to work out nicely. Shoot, I don't know. I don't know how to do these spacers. I almost don't want to do any, just because I don't know. I don't want to think about it just yet. We'll revisit it if I get tired of it. And let's just go ahead and continue to move these yellow orchids. And then, honestly, I really do have craving. I don't think it's not a craving. I'm itching to move or add in the fish, just because I think we need a few, maybe just one or two for quests, but I'm itching to because we haven't had the fish in this game in a while. All right, let's move back over here, checkpoint 4, and let's zoom down this way. I got all of my yellow orchids in tow, and that should finish those off, which is great. And then we will go with the China Pink tulips, which I did grab a few of. Not many, but a few. Maybe I can do the checkpoints by the trees. I don't know what to do. Ugh, this is too complicated. All right, let's start putting these China Pink tulips down. And then I think I'm just gonna ride over to them. Maybe it might only be 2 tiles away. It shouldn't be only 2 tiles away because I didn't really move anything too major. You know, we didn't move when we end up adding things in and moving things over a major amount of tiles. That's when it's gonna get confusing. So anyway, let's get the remainder of these China Pink tulips. And the next one will be black tea, and we're still right on schedule, right on track. We don't need to make any adjustments just yet, which is kind of a bummer because we do need some of the flowers, but at the same time, we definitely don't want to rush things. We should grab some black tea. We can only grab like 1 though, but still. And by 1, I mean like 1 group. So still we'll grab it anyway. Just, you know, the more moving at a time, the better, just because we have so many to move. And once again, I know you guys, some of you guys are probably thinking, just please delete them and then rebuy them. That is not how we're doing it, people. We've been through that. We're too attached to the ones we currently have, even though there's really no difference. Anyway, almost done with the China Pink tulips. That's two grid squares worth of flowers done in like 5 minutes. I feel like that was a lot of time, but that was like the start of the episode, right? So probably 5 minutes. I'm gonna take a shortcut. I don't know if this is really a shortcut. Maybe like 4 minutes, counting for the intro and me explaining everything. So not too shabby, but if you like kind of add it all up, it doesn't really make for good timing, because at this rate we'll be done moving these flowers in like 20 million episodes. I'm just kidding. I can't do math just like that quickly right off the top of my head, so completely guessing. I don't know why I did that. I feel like it's going to be a longer trip going this way. It's fine. It's too late. I already did it. So you'll notice, I think we did the entire first row in sprinklers. I don't know. It's been a minute since we did all of that with the sprinklers and the moving. But I think the whole first row, if the whole first row is not, does not have sprinklers, then I think it ends probably right where the Queen of Night tulips are or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to double check. But I do know I did them for the first little group of them, and we want to continue that and keep going. But as you know, the sprinklers cost ribbons, and your girl doesn't have that many ribbons. I mean, you're looking at it, you're like 348 ribbons. But think about it. Each one of these grid squares, that's like, what is it, 122 or something? I actually don't know. Wait, hold on. I need to know. 144. I was close. So in like less than 3 grid squares, I would use all of my ribbons. So that's how much we have to go. It's quite annoying, actually. Like, I'm very frustrated with it, but there's nothing I can do. I mean, the good news is we got that new candy tree in one of the recent DLCs. I think it's the candy tree. I don't remember what it's called. Darn it. But it's some form of candy tree, and it gives us honeycomb when we harvest it. And I also have all these bees, but I'm lazy. And I'd rather just harvest the honeycomb, or the trees with my tractor. So these will give us honeycomb, and that means I could sell that or trade the honeycomb in for ribbons on one of the stands. I don't know for sure what stand it's called, but it's out there. And we have more of an opportunity to gain ribbons that way, or buy ribbons, or trade in for ribbons that way. But it'll still take quite a long time, but it's still a step in the right direction, I think. All right, so we are still on track on the spreadsheet, and we are moving to the red tea. I forgot to glance over and see if we had sprinklers on the Queen of Night tulips. We'll see in just a second here when I end up coming up that way. Oh no, we have 2 random ones. Okay, so yeah, I do have the entire first row in sprinklers, which is fantastic. So amazing. Love to see it. And we are almost done moving all of this red tea. And that means we are going to be moving on to the next row, which is kind of hard to believe already. The next row. But I will have to see what is next. It says on here it's the green tea, which I do believe it is the green tea. I remember seeing it in the 3rd row. I think it was the 3rd row. But I love the green tea. I mean, all the tea bushes are just so cute. I love them. They're definitely one of my favorites, but it's hard to choose because there are quite a few favorites in the flower section. But I do have to say, I always come back to the tea bushes as my favorites. They're just super cute. But ever since I added in oregano, I think I like that. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Oh, I never even marked off these paths. I still need to grid them out. Interesting. Okay. That almost makes me really want to jump into the checkpoint system. I mean, I could literally do 1 every grid, but I just don't want to do that. So if I did 2, that brings us... yeah, right here, and there's another one right here, so it's just not worth it. We'd have to do like 3, maybe 3-ish. I don't know. I almost wanted to line up here, but I'll probably end up changing this just because I realized I didn't go all the way to the bottom. But maybe I won't go all the way to the bottom. I don't know. I could always hold off and figure it out later, but... I don't know. Let's at least move maybe 2 more flower sections here. The green tea and maybe the Foster tulip. We'll see. We'll see what it is. I need to double check. Which way do I need to go? I always lose my sense of direction in this game. Is anybody else like that? Somebody. I don't know if it's just me or if it's my actual... like, I just don't know the layout of the game, if it's me literally not having a sense of direction, if it's, or if everybody just gets confused. Hopefully everybody just gets confused. That would be great. Not really great, but you know what I mean. I'm going to move over to this checkpoint here. I should harvest some of these honeycomb while I'm here, but eh. So we are going to be placing these green tea shrubs over here next to the red tea. I like how they're all on the same line now. They were broken up before, obviously, with the green tea being on the 3rd line. But they're all back together. Is that weird? I feel like I'm a little bit weird sometimes with that. Just need everybody together. All of them. But that doesn't make sense in the end because, you know, the roses are all spread out. The tulips are all spread out. So, like, none of it makes sense. Okay. Let me get these little last ones here, and then we will go back over. Wait, is it this way? I think it's this way. Please be this way. It's definitely this way because I was coming this way with the... yeah, okay. It happens. All right, so I'll be able to get the rest of these bushes, and then we will work on the white tulips over here. I'll grab some of them, actually. Just some of these further ones. And how many can I grab? I can get about 50 of them. And then we will go back. Sorry, I'm watching the little counter. I'll just grab a couple more. Okay, and then we will head over to the fish and see what we can do in terms of fish moving, or fish adding, I guess I should say. I don't think we have any like doubts in our mind about the fish right now. I think we're pretty set with what we have and what we are going to have, which hopefully they don't add in any new fish because the way it's going to be laid out, I'll show you in just a second here. Let me finish laying out these Fosterania tulips. but the way they're laid out is like if they do add another one, it's kind of like the flowers, you know, I gotta end up making all these changes because it's gonna go from here, like reading a book, right, and see how I can add 2 grid spaces, so I'd be able to add 2 new types of fish, but I'd have to literally move everything because it's in the first row. But it's fine. It's not our first rodeo with that, so if it does happen, it happens, and it is what it is. So let me go grab the rest of these tulips. And then we're going to head down to the fish. I'm going to switch my spreadsheet to the fish category. I think we should be able to grab all of the rest of these in one trip. Sometimes I doubt myself with that. Let's see. 40, we should be able to make it here. 60, 70, and 79, yeah. I don't want to move anybody right now, so we'll just go ahead and finish up these guys, and then we'll worry about the next rows. I feel like we could maybe work simultaneously on flowers and fish. That way it's not all one thing per episode, so you guys don't get bored. I don't know. Anywho, let us finish placing these and maybe grab a few honeycomb. Maybe. I don't know. If I remember, honestly, I'll probably just forget. It happens way too often. But here we go. We will officially have moved. Well, technically, was it a whole row? I mean, I guess technically. Because we had... Well, this guy didn't have anything. And I think this... Yeah, we moved these 2. So we officially finished this. This was completely empty before, I'm pretty sure. No, it wasn't. The roses were there. Wait, no. No, we moved that. Because that's the yellow orchid. I don't know why I was thinking it was a rose. So we did this whole entire row in this episode. And it was like 15 minutes, which is great. Great timing. So if we do 15 minutes per episode of this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8-ish, 9-ish rows. That's 9 more episodes. We'll have it done. All right, moving over to the fish. We can actually probably do some checkpoints at the fish as well. Let me actually switch over my spreadsheet just so I have it. And we're going to, of course, go with the usual... Goodness, I couldn't click on my game. We'll go with the usual highest to lowest. And luckily for us, the tropical fish are already at the lowest, so we won't even need to move the tropical fish. But we're going to start up here at the highest ranking one. It's going to be so nice to actually see. It's kind of weird with the 2 different size grasses here as the grid. So it's going to be a little weird to see fish being placed in here, but it's going to be really exciting. So the first fish on our list is none other than I thought it was that guy. Darn it. The red Sea Bream. So he is the one with the highest XP, I believe. All of the fish kind of have XP. But it's okay because the fish are cool in a way where I remember, I don't think I ever had it, but my friend Alex had a fish farm and he literally it was all filled with fish and you can just stand there. And honestly, you could put something on your keyboard because the shortcut to harvest is the space bar. Put something on your keyboard and be constantly harvesting the fish all throughout time. Isn't that cool? All right. Anyway, moving on to the next one, we have the red Sea Bream. I opened the wrong menu. I keep thinking it's that guy. Oh, wait. No, sorry. The Sea Bream, not the red. The red, we had the Sea Bream, the red Sea Bream. So the next one is Sea Bream. Goodness. I'm already messing up. I've lost my sense of direction. It's this way, right? We're going to double check that. Yes. Okay. So next is the Sea Bream. And then it's cool because some of them, not all of them, you can actually put together and make like a mixed pond, but it's like hit or miss with that. At least it was when I was last playing around with it. Like you couldn't don't take me for real on this. Take this with a grain of salt because I don't remember and I don't know if they did any updates, but you would be able to lay down the sharks, but you couldn't add in koi or something like that. You could add them, but it would form like a little grass piece around them so that, anyway, it didn't work. The next fish we have to lay down is the perch right here. This is so exciting to finally get fish on the farm. And it's just such an easy harvest as well. Like I said, you know, it's easy. It's simple. I'm hoping we can lay down at least one of the fish that we need. We don't need too many fish, I don't think. Obviously, we need the red snapper or whatever that was that I kept thinking was the red sea bream. I'm trying to see if I see it anywhere on the spreadsheet in the near future, but I'm not really seeing it. So next up we have, I want to mark this off on my thing so I don't mess it up. So we just did the perch. Next will be the swordfish. I was thinking it was the narwhal. Swordfish, there we go. The narwhal is actually really nice to harvest from because they give you gems. So if you are in need of gems, the narwhal is a great one to have on your farm. I think that was part of a quest. He probably is limited, right? No, maybe not. I thought he was for a second. No, he is. Wait, I don't know. There's a question mark next to it on my limited thing. I'll put, like, if it is limited, I'll put limited next to it. But this one I have a limited question mark. All right, let's see. We just did the swordfish. So next is the discus fish, which, oops. I actually wrote on my spreadsheet accidentally. This one was one of my favorites, actually. It's super cute. There he is. And we'll go ahead and place him down. So this is looking cute. We're definitely going to have to add all of those seagrass or cattail decorations. And it'll make it look even better. It's going to look so good. I'm not going to regret not putting sand down. I might regret it. I could always change it. It's not a big deal. So we just did the discus fish. Next will be the oyster. Yay, look at us moving along. I wonder if we'll be able to get the whole row done by the end of the episode, maybe? I don't know. We're already calling it pretty close. Calling it close? Cutting it close? Either way. Cutting it close. So after the oyster, let's see what's... Iridescent Shark is next. Alright, let's go look at the Iridescent Shark. Where is it? Is this it? Yeah. Iridescent Shark. And placing that one. Okay, cool. This is awesome. So exciting. How many more? It looks like there's only 2 more, actually, so maybe we will finish this whole row. Wow, look at us go. We'll be able to do a row of fish and a row of flowers in every episode. Actually, not really, because the fish only have 3 rows total, so we'll only have 2 more rows to go. So we might have to do, like, whole flower episodes, but that's okay. Okay, so that was just the iridescent shark. We're going to move on to the mussel. That's the clam. So many shellfish. Wait a minute. Do I not? Oh, there he is. It's like, what? Do I not have him? All right, the mussels are getting put down now. And then, what's after the mussel? The hammerhead shark, really? Ooh. Whoa, we froze there for a second. Goodness. All right, so perfect. We have the mussel. And then we'll go ahead and lay down the hammerhead shark as our last one. There he is. Pretty sure the hammerhead shark you couldn't really place with anything, which rightfully so, you know? Yeah, that wouldn't really go well. For science, ooh, we completed a quest. That means more ribbons. Looks like we gotta plant a lot of sunflowers here. I think I could plant them in the summer season, so I will have to wait a season and plant those, just off camera, of course. But anyway, here I am, just chilling in the sharks. But I am gonna go ahead and end this episode here. This is really exciting. We got this whole first row of fish done. Crazy to see on the map. We got this whole row of flowers done. I gotta go harvest these trees though, so we can get those for the quest. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time.